So, all of that now. Yeah.
All right, 12:30. Let's do it. Pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody to the June 2nd Umatilla County work session. I do want to remind everybody this is a public meeting. I don't think we have any public comments for today, so we'll scratch that.
You might want to, for future ones, public comments not really appropriate for a work session.
Perfect. We're not going to have public comments today because they're not proper for a work session.
Yeah.
Perfect. Any other comments from the commissioners? Nope. Additions to the agenda? The only thing is there's a couple of things on the agenda for tomorrow that if we can go to them when we get done with what's on our agenda. And work through those. Is finance coming?
I'm not sure. Home real quick and see if they want to jump in.
You know, they were on the invite.
They were on the invite.
Yeah, probably. Or I can run that.
No, go ahead. Trying to get my steps in.
Yeah.
The first item on the agenda is the path, and the reason I brought this is we need to get a decision made on this.
Decision to hear, right?
No decision. We need to get a decision to bring it to the board for tomorrow. So, does anybody have additional questions on it?
Comments.
Okay.
Sorry, my questions.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, we have some questions. Okay, so I did call Jesselyn just because I wanted some additional information, and I'm curious. My first question, Dan, is I'm curious why is everybody getting a bill for that amount? And I read down through here, and it looks like the city of Umatilla is getting 31%. City of Homestead, it's all the breakdown. Can you tell me why?
Yeah, this all started when we established that. We had board meetings between. We had a joint meeting with the Umatilla Board or Council, Hermiston Council, and the Board of Commissioners.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that time, the MOU was established on the shared portion of it and the agreement for that. And so then what happened is that is the budget that Stepping Stones submitted, a portion of that budget.
Okay.
At this point, they may or may not need that, but that's how it happened. Is Stepping Stones is in contract with TAP, with the board of directors of TAP,
Mhm.
which includes Umatilla County,
Okay.
and they submitted a budget with the breakdown of the percentages, and that's what's being asked to be paid.
Okay, so my question is then, they're saying for the fiscal year of 2026, these percentages do add up to around $750,000, right?
No,
No, they don't.
49,000, 49,000, and 49,000 don't add up to 750.
I'm sorry. I guess I got it too. Okay, so
I think you're saying the fiscal year shall not exceed 787,000.
Okay. So yes, it comes up to 156,000, right? Oh, no, it comes up to 161,287.10. Okay. And so my question is, if we're coming up to 161,287, and according to their budget, their expenses are 668,122. Their income is 663,777. So that's a difference of about $5,000 between their income and expenses. So I guess my question is, Dan, is why are we sending them this kind of 156 or 161,000?
Because not all of those grants have come in yet.
There's no grants.
Absolutely, there's grants.
No, she doesn't list any grants at all. And that was my next question, because last year she had 66,000.
There's no money on there from Capco?
Capco's not a grant.
Yes, it is. It's a grant to Capco that comes to Cap.
Well, it is, actually, it is called. Sorry, I got so many papers around here. It's statewide shelter program money.
Yeah, it's a grant.
Well, okay, if you want to call it a grant. But that was my question, because they had $66,000 in grants last year. From Ford Family Foundation, Walmart, Ag West, Amazon. They didn't apply for any of those. So my question, we have state funding, or we have Capco funding for $593.77. Then we've got some business donations, some individual donations, and a fundraising gala. No other grants.
I don't know what the timing is. We've gotten those grants before.
Yeah.
And the Amazon grants. And I have no idea if the timing is different or no idea. Did you ask her?
I did. And I asked her about specific ones, like the Schnitzer grant, Schnitzer Cares, and she said they didn't qualify for that.
Okay.
So, but I guess my question is, we're gonna send them 161,000. Well, what are they doing with that?
They will have to come through the board to get it to the PAP board for expenditure.
When you say we are only spending 49,000, right? 49,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But their total last was 161.
I'll just clarify.
Well-
You say we, it sounds like the county, so.
And then my other question, Dan, is with the new statewide shelter guidelines that are going back July 1st, the number one thing in this is rehousing. I mean, that is the number one. They rehoused 3 people in 4 months. And so, and everything is about accountability. So how do you justify that?
Justify what?
Rehousing 3 people in 4 months.
Pretty good percentage.
3 people in 4 months?
Out of 21? Yeah, that's a pretty high percentage. That's probably higher than the state's average.
In 4 months.
Yeah, 21 people.
What do you mean 20?
4 people out of 21. 21's the total number of beds. 4 people out of 21 got rehoused. That's a very high percentage compared to the state.
Okay. You don't happen to the other 18?
They're still there.
No, they're not.
Not all
6
of
of them left and 12 of them are asked for.
There's still 21 there.
Yeah, she said they're full.
Yeah.
I just worry about, about accountability. That's the only thing, and I think their
What part
program
of
is,
accountability?
see, I don't think three people rehoused in 4 months is a good deal.
Three people plus the 21, so you have 24 housed that weren't housed before.
6 left and 12 were
So
absent.
you still have 21 in bed.
Yes, you have 20, and I will give you that. There's 23, just 23 little huts that are filled. She's had some people, she said, that have been there almost a year. So they're not moving.
Right. You still have, you can't, I mean, that's the whole thing about housing, is you have to have some way to maintain it. I mean, you can't put people in housing that don't have an income to support it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a defeatist purpose there.
Is there a timeline to get them out of those houses?
No.
For us?
There isn't.
They don't know your time.
As long as they're moving towards, as long as they're progressing, they can say
Getting a job.
all of that.
Yeah, moving toward their goal. That's what she said.
Are these 21 moving towards their goal?
And then we get, obviously 12 of them got kicked out, not one.
Okay. And then 12 more filled the slots.
Yeah.
Are they doing with the 151,030?
They will, use that as funds to draw down if they need to. With approval of the PAP board through expenses.
Now, the 1st of September, they had $1.some million. What happened to that? Is it still sitting there?
I have no idea. I haven't seen a budget for a lot. I can look it up. I can get you that.
That's okay. I was just curious. Because I know, the one thing that she did say was some of the projects, they were looking at grant opportunities. And I think the projects, maybe like, I think they've got the kitchen funded, and I think that there's some.
And they're looking at long-term too. They're looking at what they can do for long-term housing with Umatilla County Housing Authority. But they're not there yet by any means.
The only other thing, Nick and I had a discussion yesterday, and we talked about, we have, one of the things that Jocelyn said, I did ask her, and I said, if we have people from other parts of the county that want to come to have stepping stones, as a stepping stone, will you accept them? And of course, you know, they have 14 days in their shelter, and then they become members and they get on the list, and you know, she's got a way of doing things. But one of the things that Nick told me yesterday is that if we have folks out in the county, we really can't move them along. I mean, because they really don't have a place to go. And the reason why is because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason why is because they can't take everybody.
Right, there's a limited amount of that.
There's a limited amount of beds. So really, the county's hands are tied on this deal.
Well,
I mean, yes, they're doing good work.
It depends on
Don't
it depends on which population you're talking about, which we have several of. If it's a overnight, just an overnight stay, those beds are open every night, whether cooling or warm, those are open every night. So those beds are available with transportation in and out. So to say there's nothing available, that's like saying Promise Inn isn't available, but it is. And so, but it's limited. But PAP has those beds on a daily or on a nightly basis. And that's really where their turnover is. And they've taken people from all across the county, and 2 counties actually. So until they get additional beds, which they can't, or huts or buildings, the Marlette's building, until they get sewer and water, they can't add those in. That's the only thing that's holding up for additional beds.
That's money go towards that.
No. That's a CDBG grant. Priscilla.
Okay. But we still can't send folks there, right?
Well, you can't send folks there for an overnight stay anyway until they go through the process. There's still a waiting list and you still have to have a 14-day wait.
I don't think you have a 14-day wait
Yeah,
for the sleep center.
not for the sleep center. Anybody can go to the sleep center.
Right.
But you're saying we don't have beds. Anybody's eligible to go through the 14-day waiting period to get on the list for a hut.
So if we have folks out in the county and they're sending them to Stepping Stones, you're sending them to the sleep center to start out,
So
right?
ORS 195/530 states that the policy regulating camping county property that will be adopted by the county needs to be objectively reasonable. I have the opinion that at current pit counts, the policy of sending the path is not enough beds, it's not objectively reasonable.
Why?
My understanding of the current pit counts is it's north of what, 200?
But that's the pit count. The folks that the desired count is a whole lot different. And they ask that. We ask that when we do a pit count. We ask if there's an available bed, would you use it? Even after telling them how to get there and offering them a ride there, they'll say no.
I don't know.
And we have extra beds every night. So I'm not sure that I get where that's not reasonable.
Well, and I'm not sure what that number is either, the desired count that we called it.
I don't know, but
Or yeah, I'm not sure. That's the statutory standard and my analysis of it. If we're looking at as a county building a policy on regulating something like this, that needs to be a larger discussion.
well, you have, I think if you're gonna do it on a county basis, then you have promised in, you have path, you have the neighbors to neighbors. I mean, those all have to be combined if we're looking for beds for the county.
So is it a case of if there's, I'm gonna make a number up, 225 unhoused people in the county? Do we need to have 225 beds available for us to take two people to a place?
It's a tricky question, right? So it creates,
There's nothing easy about it.
no, there's not. And it's a very complex issue. And, the phrase objectively reasonable is largely circumstance dependent. And so, I think that in taking account and making a policy and looking at that objectively reasonable, you have to take into account the need, the resources, the process, etc.
But that's a different subject than what we got going today. But I think it still needs to be flushed out. But, I know you guys worked on that for over a year. It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Hey, does anybody know when Pendleton's court date is? Are we gonna learn anything from that? Court date for what? The challenge by the homeless.
Or yeah.
But anyway, do you have other? Okay.
I don't think so. Thank you.
Yes.
For that information.
Not related to the worthiness of the project or the need, because I think those are pretty talked about, but have we agreed to this agreement? Have we, as a board, has the board approved this agreement?
It's on like this.
Okay, so then the other piece of that I would have is from what little I have reviewed, it doesn't sound like there's an upper limit. So it's $50,000 this time. What will it be next year or the year after? I think those are continuing thoughts for funding. And I also think that if we fund a solution to homelessness or an organization like PATH in the West End, there's going to be a desire and probably an expectation that we'll help fund one at this end of the county or elsewhere.
I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, we actually, I mean, how much time do you spend on homeless?
Well, I spent all morning this morning
I mean,
just talking about that on the north end of Canada. That's what they want to do.
but you spend a lot of time on it throughout the year.
Oh, sure.
So I spend zero basically. So, I mean, we're already invested dollars wise, for sure.
Yeah, I think the cash out of pocket thing is a little different. And I just think it's worth considering the fact that, I think if we could get away with $50,000 a year to spend on homelessness, I think like the county can probably absorb that. If it quadruples or triples or goes to 10 times that much money, which I don't think is unreasonable, then I think it becomes problematic budgetarily.
I don't disagree with that either. And maybe we do put a cap on it as an amendment.
There is a gap.
Okay.
In the agreement. It's not very low, but there is a gap.
What is the gap?
The first year it's 750,000, then it goes to 787 and 8. And
Per year? And is that their total budget or is that?
That's a total budget.
So we would have 31% of that.
yeah,
Yep.
250,000.
Well, they're saying 750,000, but their actual budget for
So
26 is only 600. It's 600. What did I say?
660 sounds about right.
Yeah, 660. Expenses are 668. Income is 663.
Then it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that we gotta pay almost 6 figures depending on the year to get out of it.
So yeah, the exit clause, which I thought was interesting, is declining, but it's a long-term commitment. That's all I have to say.
No, I think that's a good point. Okay, is everybody good with putting it on the agenda? Like, go ahead, stick that on the agenda. Next one is Sagebrush Road. This is more of an informational. I started down to talk to Robert Case. So, and it's not immediate. I just wanted to put this out. Sagebrush Road, well, let's back up. 395, ODOT is getting ready to put a roundabout in at 395. And so, there's actually another town hall or open house here in a week or so. The project alternative route is Sagebrush Road. And so the state thinks that they will have some money left from the bid out of the pool of money they have now for the roundabout to either pay Tom or help Tom chip seal Sagebrush Road. But Tom does not have enough money in his budget, unless we roll over to next year again. But I just want to give everybody a heads up. It could end up being like an $80,000 chip seal bill for Sagebrush Road, and that's if the state or nobody else participates.
How far are they in the chip seal?
Pavement to pavement,
So from Pumpkin Center to,
as a class.
yeah, sure.
And that isn't have any property owners along it?
It does.
Okay, so
Like
they,
Cat Minor and there's 7.
okay. So will they get billed then for that?
Not unless they agree to it, which, we will be contacting them up, but we don't know what the bill will be. Because we don't know how much the state's gonna have available.
When's the project supposed to start?
Last year. Probably by the end. The best case scenario would be late fall, early.
The asphalt plants be shut down by then?
Yeah, but they have a lot to tear up before then. And you can chip seal in colder temperatures. They don't need asphalt, they just need soil.
And Dan, why did you say that they, wanted to chip seal that?
Because that's gonna be the alternative route while they're
Instead of me driving down 395, I'm gonna end up going down Sagebrush and everybody
Sagebrush.
else is too.
4th Street and Sagebrush. Or Pumpkin Center across, yeah, or all the way down to Dick and across.
Or did they try to join lane?
Joy Lane's gonna be an option.
Yeah, and
For sure.
cheap was that?
Pretty good, because there's a guy on there that lives on there with a grader.
But it's not paved.
It's a. Yeah, he has a grader and a water truck.
And that road's all in county.
That road is all over the county. So everybody on there that's complained about potholes and everything else, would be the first people to call and complain about people driving. It's kind of like your road in Mount Free Water with
Grant Road.
with the cemetery
Yeah.
for it. It's
I was
kind of
waiting
the
for you
same
to say that.
situation. I never thought about it
Yeah.
until just now. Kind of the same deal. Anyway, sorry, I'm not getting down to you guys first. Anyway, that was
We have
for
$80,000.
information.
The pie is only so big.
I know it's a pie.
Can you rephrase the question?
Is that anything out of infrastructure?
It's possible. I would guess that possible.
Very. Emily Road.
Could almost be economic too. But
Just remember, he says yes to this project, he's gonna say no to another project. I've heard the speech.
that means he's done it well.
Without an infrastructure fund, or would be another entity.
Yeah, that's true.
Seems to me like the station.
And that's that's what I'm finding.
I kind of hate to get excited about paying for something that I think somebody else should be paying for.
Nope. It wasn't even on the table till like you were fit, so
Seriously?
it's definitely on the table now. So. But if anything comes up on that, Tom's gonna have a better estimate here. Pretty soon.
Is this gonna be on the meeting tonight?
No, that was for the
This is just gonna be.
summer barbecue.
Well, finally, it's something to talk about.
You want to spend more money after those conversations?
Well, that would be me.
Oh. Right up there.
I just surprised you. I just thought it would be nice to have summer barbecue. Kind of a
Well, that's
nice
your
little get together. We've done it before. And, just wanted to put it on there and see if we can post something together.
You have a date target for me?
Just a little bit, so more your information.
Okay.
I have, it's something that HR has put together in the past, happy to do that again. Something that I've been looking at, but been waiting for the roof to be approved so that we can try that. So that's.
Anybody have any, does anybody have any idea on that? Do you have an idea when they're gonna be done?
For that, it'll be a winter barbecue.
But thank you, Jennifer. Yeah. I talked to Marty about it yesterday, and, you know, we're waiting for this person and that person to put the insulation. There's still steps to be taken, so.
To no real target dates.
But I guess what I'd like to do moving forward is to get together, with Jennifer and, put together, find a date and just kind of do what we did last year.
No, I enjoy them.
Yeah,
I enjoy them.
I think that they're a great, way for people to get together and, they're a great way for people to get together that don't really have an opportunity to do that at different departments and, yeah. So that's what I'd like to do. Okay.
The pie is only so big.
No, I'm all for it.
Thank you, Dan.
All for
That's all I got. So if it's okay with everybody,
it. We put
Well, move
together a
ahead.
committee, move ahead. Speaking of that, did you hear any more from Bill on the 250? So,
I've been dealing with, Lee Freeze.
Lee,
That man
good luck on that.
He is blowing up my phone.
Never. I would ask.
He's a sponsor.
oh, I knew the music was fun. Is it a sponsor like?
Is that radio?
Sponsoring
Is there money involved?
currently.
Oh, really?
We said, yeah, you said yes.
Money?
We did.
You did.
You can do 5,000, you can do 5,000, I can do 5,000.
That's right. Did you forget that conversation?
Look at Robert's face.
I don't remember that conversation.
Me neither.
It was in here. Sitting right over here.
Probably off complicated.
Oh, I got a picture of that.
All right. Anyway, I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, July 4th, I think it's at 4 p.m., I think, at the convention center.
Okay.
We do have, there's 2 people, Pat told me that we'd have to pay holiday pay because it's on the 4th. Those same 2 people said, oh no, we will volunteer our time and do it for free.
Oh, cool.
So that was, a big one, so.
Cool. Can you guys skip over to and bring up, oh, you didn't bring your, can you bring up tomorrow's agenda?
Yep.
There was only a couple of things. Unless other people have comments on
Oh,
it.
you're not prepared?
Yeah, prepared.
Oh,
I'd like to.
So that's just the first public hearing. We can't adopt tomorrow, right? We have to go through the process.
The budget,
You can adopt it tomorrow, yeah.
you should adopt it tomorrow.
Okay.
We don't have very much time to adopt it.
That's true. Hope we don't get any major input.
We wait a few months, we save some money.
Absolutely. Or lose money, one or the other. Yeah.
Huh?
He said the tax rate, but, adopted.
Nope.
Not being my last day.
That's- I think all the people are happy.
Very.
Okay, budget adoptions tomorrow, BLM update. I guess Sarah's probably coming.
Yeah, they're just coming in to update Commissioner.
Her and I have been having some
Discussions?
discussion, so we'll see how that goes. The power broom, that's Tom's. It's a Superior power broom. They needed one for a long time. In fact, I wish they had it now for their chip seal program. But anyway, that's on there. No pre-water care position.
Here, at IGA.
Oh, it's an idea.
Are you on the newest version of the?
I'm on the one that I have, and it's on the internet.
Okay.
It's the dispatch.
Correct.
Oh, okay, let's do the dispatch purchase first. Do we have an MOU between the cities and the county on that? I didn't see one in the.
For dispatch, no.
But we're paying all the $100,000 for the software?
So we start with number 4, I presume. With the Untitled system, recording system.
I guess go back to the agenda.
My agenda doesn't have all the,
Mine's different.
mine is, I was gonna say what you do, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to refresh your search chat.
I tried that.
So are those like AI solutions?
Yeah, right. And when we talked to them and had the work session on that, they were gonna get agreements with the cities and the fire on the Everbright and the cities on the Everbright. They were gonna have a conversation with them.
Right, is that, so there is one they did.
There's a couple different things going on here. There's like 3 different upgrades that we've done in kind of that center, or we're contemplating in that center recently. This one, the Insight system, has to do with the recording portion of it. And my understanding is that we use a similar system now without the AI portion, and it's in conjunction with the head count. On this Pinky, Morrow County would be foot and bill for 161,000, and that would be a separate invoice for their portion of it. And we would be foot and bill for 226,000. I believe this is spread over 5 years. But my understanding is that Captain Perman will be here tomorrow to talk to you all about it and answer questions and all that good stuff.
Okay. The next one's the one that I was.
Sure. And that's the Aurelian system. It is the AI call handling that comes in, not to be confused with the previous one, which handles recording.
Right.
So they're 2 separate pieces of software. And it's the one that was talked about during budget hearings and some other things like that. And I believe Lieutenant Russell's going to be here to talk about them. Good stuff.
That's like the non-emergency phone calls.
Right, it's supposed to reduce them by 70% over
And
the
the AIOP,
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for it, but I thought that we had partners.
And you're thinking of a third thing.
Oh.
That has to do with the fire alarms.
So that's the Phoenix system. The fire system that we put in and does the alerting of the fire station.
Like that whole Irwin agreed to
Yeah, so those were signed.
put money in.
And those were signed.
Yeah.
But there's no partners on this 97 grand.
Well, I guess in a way there kind of is, because we have dispatch agreements for us to provide dispatch services through IGAs and all those entities.
Right. You think if you're looking for extra money, are they using any other resources?
Are they using the IT resource? Is that what we're talking about?
I think they might be using some of the resources.
I don't know what they.
Well, as I understood today.
Help.
They used up, for this fiscal year, they used up all of their IT reserve, I thought.
Well, and
They did not?
And
Okay.
but part of this is that the company has agreed not to bill us until the next fiscal
That's the call recording software, correct?
on both of them, I believe. So
You say both, you can call the recording and the QA.
and the AI answering, if you will.
Oh,
So Aurelian and inside
okay.
until the next fiscal, so it's projected budget for 26.
You're saying there is nothing there.
Well, I didn't know where they intended to pay for that from, but I believe there will be enough money in there next year, provided did we get agreements from the agencies for the dispatch rates this year for 90,
Not
26,
but
27.
they're aware of that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they were aware of it. I just was hoping they would send agreements. So when I start sending invoices, I'll start getting checks.
And there's probably not, okay.
But Karen said it's in the budget.
And the line items there, I'm not sure what, if conversation if we have finance or not, but,
Okay, I'll tell you what, I can't remember whether that's put on the budget or not. We should. But that's not.
Okay.
She said she put it in our bill, but she did.
Okay. More questions with bills. You go back to the agenda. Thanks. Okay, now the MSED care.
so that's an update to the intergovernmental agreement between CARE and Intermountain ESD for, essentially us helping support an Intermountain ESD care specialist. This has been a program that's been going in the past. This current agreement is altered somewhat in that the county has less responsibilities than it has in the past. More or less, it's direction of the program and on the county. The employee by and large is that of the Intermountain ESD.
So our responsibilities would be
Vehicle and then the kind of like direction of the care program. It's very much a collaborative effort, but there's not, I understand there's not direct direction and supervision by care personnel, just that it is what a care specialist usually does with care specialists. So you're working for them to see where our program is.
Do we supplement ESD with that now?
I don't believe that we do. I think that we just provide the vehicle and we have agreed to pay for training subject to availability of grant.
But we're not doing supervision.
No, my understanding is that they're an Intermountain ESD employee, but they administer or work towards kind of the care objectives, as it were.
So anywhere in this agreement, is there a provision for funds moving from one entity to the other? I mean, for a number of years, ESD has paid us a nominal amount of money to care in the program. And I believe they've had us employee that we actually supervised during that period of time. Is that part of this agreement or not?
So some money that would be coming in would be the annual invoice for the preceding year's usage of the vehicle, is my understanding. And then there may be some money flowing through us, flowing out to get grant funding to pay for training, as mentioned previously, or if there's grant funding available.
I think you're thinking of that agreement where they have employees. They provided, and that was.
Well, they never funded it. I mean, I guess they paid the employees, but they gave us like $25,000 a year for a long time. Which I think it's really good to do that.
But correct, in the past, that we have provided supervision. So there is supervision from IMSD to some extent, but we're supervising that person's activities, I think, on a daily basis as well. And I have been.
And who's doing that?
So Bobby Spencer would be our
Okay.
care coordinator.
Gotcha.
So we do have some supervision.
It's, and that's how it's been in the past. My understanding is they wanted to clarify a little bit the way it reads in the proposed agreement is that Intermountain ESD will supervise the employee and the county will administer the program And that in and around things, we will employ pay care specialists in a cooperative effort to support the objectives and goals of the Umatilla County Care Program. So it's kind of, it's a weird situation, but it's a collaborative effort between the two entities.
And the way that language makes it muddier.
Well, the big discussion is the vehicle, because, IMSD will not supply a vehicle to care every car.
So it's their employee in our vehicle. How does that work for insurance?
Yeah, I'm not, I guess, I was looking at that provision that's on the screen, $4,000 a year for vehicle use. I sign up.
And additionally, on the supervision side, if we don't have any say over what the employee does, that's problematic as well to me.
I think first it's up now, it's not pretty hard. So, on our,
Is that a take home vehicle?
No.
So do we provide the fuel or all things to the vehicle as well?
They park at, the school. They throw it at the school.
Fuel routine maintenance.
Why do you need to, they're going to school?
So they provide us
It's
$4,000.
fair.
It's
I'm
fair.
sure they're going home.
Yeah.
So is it, but they're not our employee, right? So what happens if they get in a vehicle accident?
MSD explicitly agrees that those responsible for any damages or liability arising out of use of the vehicle by that employee.
Okay.
Other questions on that? Aware grant,
We had one last blast of about $30,000. And the committee met and we unanimously agreed to give it to, and it was both the cities, Athena and Weston both said the same thing. Yes, the school said yes. Give it to the park.
kind of like what?
Yeah, and so it's just the last little bit, and then any other funds that might come out of it, so.
And I'm surprised Cindy didn't get us the health one. Health has, last. Is it in?
no, not yet.
Okay.
I had some good things going to happen.
Anything else on that? Solid waste franchise letter. First one is
This is the letter.
the letter to Hermiston Sanitation or Waste Management Hermiston. Bob, just to give you guys a heads up, Bob did talk to Kevin and they're expecting the letter. They'd actually already seen it online and have refunded. Bob wasn't sure of the number, like 154 people that they had charged. And there was still like 7 that had actual walk-ins that they're not refunding. So, but they're aware of the letter coming. The rate increase for Hamilton Sanitary, is that the 3%?
Yep, coming back, it's supposed to have somebody from Health and Sanitary here to talk about it, answer questions we were supposed to call previously.
Yeah. Solid waste franchises. Not sure where that.
Whole bunch of them.
Disposal and collections, renewals for both categories,
Both which ones?
for both categories of franchise, so.
Or penalty?
Several areas for
On the
disposal,
rock.
health and sanitary service, under refuse, sanitary disposal. And then for collection, East Shore Waste Management, health and sanitary, under refuse and sanitary disposal. It's the actual.
Should we even renew sanitary disposals until we figure it out?
Well, it's year 10 anyways. I mean, that's your option. And if you don't agree.
Or at least until they figure it out? I don't know. if we didn't redo it now and it's still ran into a block wall later, it just takes that 120-day notice, right?
Terminate.
Or to
We have to go through the process.
process, yeah. Okay. The rejection of the SAR building, and was there a discussion at all with you guys and Sage on our facilities to go direct, or what's the process now?
Yeah, I had a visit with Marty yesterday. And we were looking at different ways to put that together at 120,000. One was to do the pad, which I think was around 55,000, and then have a whole building put up, and I don't think we can.
How come we can't just use the asphalt that's there as a pad?
Anyway, boy, even piecemealing that together, that's gonna be a tough go.
I don't want to send that check back to AWS either.
Yeah, well. Anyway, we're still talking about it. What's the conversation we're having yesterday?
Depredation payables, we met last week before, actually. And, even with the new monies, we don't come close to the 5 times pay, the new formula. So it's actually going to boil down to market value. And then we also authorized expense for telematics, pull behind telematics to track the haulers on the wolf, so that they'll have real-time location. If you're in a cow camp, you'll know if you have collared wolves entering the camp. So that's what those two payables.
I think it's just with the losses.
This is just the losses. It's not for the prevention. Yeah. And you'll probably get the prevention one.
Yeah, these are all the 2025 losses.
Your contract amendment, is that for the CDBG?
Yes, it's to hopefully get everything approved so that we can utilize all the funds including grant expires.
Gotcha. Fee ordinance from Bob and Megan's group. Is this the solar one?
No, this is for the countywide one. So this is for all the departments. You haven't done it yet because we're waiting to hear back from one department. But public health is increasing most of their fees across the board for the environmental health and septic. The A&T GIS is increasing their research fee for their maps, and Rachel wanted to add a fee for urban renewal districts. To set one up, I think $2,500 plus tax lot. And
I don't get that one. Does that paid for by the city or by the developer?
it would probably be by whoever the sponsor.
For the UGB, not for the
For
developer.
the urban renewal district.
Right.
Set that up. And planning is increasing their solar project.
Yeah. Substantial.
Yeah.
Not enough. Substantial.
And also their wind. And hopefully you'll get that later today.
I think it's close, if not. Any questions on any of those?
Take his question.
We just have, we have 3 more probably that are gonna be on there once the packet. They, UCSO is gonna probably have a sale of vehicle, it's gonna be on there. And then, fair purchase for their, for the, Focus El Rancho for Saturday, I'll be looking on the main stage for there.
And there is another UCSO one.
Yeah, outfitting.
Outfitting.
The RFP, I think got Josh understanding what he needs to do. Looks like one may be not responsible.
Oh, so that changed up everything we worked on. Okay.
Didn't understand that. And he could put in a bid for 5 years.
Okay. What it is, as it sits right now, the little bidder is actually in the same on not having there by a substantial amount. But, if they're non-responsive, then they would like to get that sooner. Okay. Anything else?
Scheduling, next work session is projected to be on the 8th. Probably recommend skipping the week of the 15th.
Yeah.
And then moving on.
And
Other than that, that's all I got.
And then I'm also looking at the calendar for strategic planning, so as soon as I find a date, I'll get that out. We've got to start with directors and then. Sean, anything?
No, I'm good.
Cindy?
I'm sure you've gotten plenty of calls. I know I have the rate increase for the fair, camping, yes.
Yep.
And, my question, Dan, is, are the kids gonna have to buy bracelets to go in and out
Bracelets.
from the camping area to into the fairgrounds?
They'll just pay whatever they've always paid for entry into the fair. They'll get their pass,
Right,
and that'll be it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you answering the questions about the increase in costs for camping?
I've been telling them to call you.
Well, thanks. You said you're doing.
Call Fair Board. But
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. And then, speaking of the Fair Board, we do have an open position. Robbie resigning, and so, I'll try to figure out how to address that. And he actually said thank you to all the commissioners and all the backing that they've had. So it was good. Had a good conversation.
Our job, and those volunteers make it happen.
Anything else? What's next? Jennifer?
I was just gonna make a comment on the fair camping, just to, I understand the fees have increased. I would just go back a little bit. You have a lot less money spent on fuel for your generator and other things, so it probably equals out when you have power provided for you now,
And you don't have to pay to be home.
which is huge.
Oh, yeah, that is huge.
Oh, believe me.
Depends on how much you use it, but,
When they're there daily, it's a big deal. So, yeah.
yeah, so there is some benefit. Good point, then.
Charter review committee.
Yeah.
Are we have any other volunteers other than?
Should we get into this?
Okay.
No, and then we need to set up the stuff. Jason,
Was the county over rally when they were talking about possibility of a homeless facility in the north part of the county? Sounds like they gave it to Brown on the way.
Run by the county shop.
there is. We used to own a trailer park. We blew that up. Yeah.
That isn't what they're looking at. they're not looking at these.
I didn't know if the precedence of providing that to the west would be duplicated.
Mhm.
One just spot over there on the railroad.
Right by the cemetery. Okay.
Oh, Seabark. Seabark halfway between all of them. There you go.
I don't have anything for today.
And all I can say is thanks, everybody. Meeting today and prep for tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep. Meeting adjourned.